On May 20th, many residents will head to the polls to vote in the island's elections. They'll decide who will sit in the Legislative Assembly and if a new constitution will guide not only our leaders, but our country as a whole. Between now and then, the Constitutional Review Secretariat's office will work around the clock to arm you with the information you need regarding the referendum.
The explanatory document is a way of translating the new provisions of the draft constitution so that people can feel comfortable digesting the text. The draft constitution is in legalese, and obviously, some people are going to have a harder time reading it than others. Most of us have had to read it more than once to understand it. So this is just a way for people to compare the draft constitution to the corresponding section in the explanatory guide.
The difference between the draft constitution and the explanatory guide, about 60 pages.
The draft constitution is I think 86 pages long. It's a very thick document. The explanatory guide is around 30 pages long.
So what went into the condensed copy?
Things that we've done in the explanation guide is to really just set out the issues concerning the Bill of Rights. One of the issues is when will it come into force? Because of the preparation that government needs to have, the infrastructure projects, the capital projects that need to take place in order to be in compliance with some of the human rights rules, those will take a few years to do. The other thing is to explaining what are my rights, what is this all about? The type of Bill of Rights that we have is what we call vertical. It is between the government and the citizen. It is not one that's between the citizen and the citizen. And that is very important to note because that was an issue that was raised as a concern. Some of the issues that recently popped up is the whole issue of non-discrimination, Article 14 and freestanding versus not freestanding. What is this all about? And one of the things that the Secretariat has done is to pay particular attention to that topic.
When we looked at designing the explanatory guide, we decided to concentrate on the provisions in the new draft constitution that are different from those in the prevailing constitution, the one currently in use, which is the 1972 constitution. We decided to do this because at the end of the day, we've been using the 1972 constitution since 1972. So people have an idea of how it works, whether they've read the constitution or not. Our lives have explained to us how this constitution works in practicality. What people really want to know is what's going to change if I vote yes.
During the public consultation period, voters' opinions led to change.
Everyday man has been included. Now, we accept that we put people into the House to represent us, and so they are representative of the communities that they come from because they're voted in. What we've done is gone a step further with some of the commissions. They will include membership of regular people. So while our voices can be heard through our politicians, our voices can actually be heard directly in the form of a regular citizen being involved in a particular commission.
You must vote yes or no. There's no in between.
One of the questions that has been raised is, why are we voting on a yes or no and not in parts? And the fundamental reason is that we are no longer at the stage where we're having internal dialogue as a country. It is no longer that we can discuss particular topics and then decide what we want and what we don't want before we renegotiate with the UK. The negotiation process has concluded, it has finished. Therefore, what has been agreed is an entire package.
Currently, you can download the explanatory guide at www.constitution.gov.ky. You can pick up a hard copy edition at grocery stores and at post offices, like the one here in downtown Georgetown, beginning the first week in April.